Black Christmas is directed by Bob Clark, and it stars Olivia Hussey, Keir Dolia, Margot Kidder, and John Saxon. So, Margot Kidder, out of all the cast, Margot Kidder is the only one I recognize. Everyone else is very new to me, even including the director of this film. I looked him up. I looked up Bob Clark's work and all the movies that he's directed. Not I haven't seen any single one of them. Like, this is the first one that came that this is the first one that came and caught my attention. So my local movie theater was playing, like, because it's December, like movie theaters, play like Christmas movies. In October they played a lot of like old like horror movies. Here in December, they're playing like because of December, obviously they play Christmas movies. So I got a ticket and I went out and I saw Black Christmas. 'Cause why not? I don't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about it. I went into this movie com- almost, well, nearly blind. I know it's a Christmas movie. I mean, no shit, but it's also, from what I know, there's some kind of serial killer. There's some kind of serial killer, so there's some Halloween horror slasher element to it, to the holiday Christmas season, as well as a combination. And apparently this movie is rated R. But yeah, the story follows a group of sorority sisters who receive threatening phone calls and are eventually stalked and murdered by a killer during the Christmas season. And after looking this movie up, I did some research and into it. This film is inspired by the urban legend, The Babysitter and the Man Upstairs. If you don't know what that is, it's an urban legend that dates back to the 1960s. This movie came out in 1974, about a teenage babysitter who receives um, telephone calls that turn out to be coming from inside the house. The basic storyline has been adapted a number of times in movies. So yeah, like I said, it's an urban legend. And that and also a series of murders that took place in the Westmount neighborhood of Montreal, Quebec. So yeah, the screenplay is written by Roy Moore, who wrote the screenplay under the title Stop Me, and the filmmakers made numerous alterations to the script, primarily the shifting to a university setting with young adult characters. Um, so when this movie came out, it got a lot of mixed reviews. Some people loved it. Well, not loved it, but like liked it. They enjoyed the movie. Some people thought it was disappointment, whatever. They didn't like it. But after years and decades gone by, people, well, I should say critics, went back and they started noticing this movie, and they it's kind of like a reappraisal. This movie's gotten a reappraisal from the critics, and they went back and they started appreciating this movie more, and really enjoying this movie. And now it's a cult following. Black Christmas is now officially a cult. It's gained a cult following ever since then. For ever since. So there's that. And there has been two remakes. There's been two remakes. Um, I think one was I think the first one was 2006. It was like Merry or Black Xmas, and then another one was the recent one that I remembered was the 2019 Black Christmas. That one, yeah, I did see the trailer for the 2019. I do remember to this day, excuse me, to this day, I still remember watching the trailer for the 2019 remake of this film, Black Christmas. Um, and that movie, I never saw that movie in theaters, and I was like, I just it was an idea that I just brushed away. If you're not really familiar with my movie reviews, um this is how I will be breaking down this video review. I want to be talking about the positives, negatives, concluding, and then bringing it all to a conclusion, a summary, leading to the outro. So yeah, why not? Let's dive right into it. So the concept of a horror movie taking place on on Christmas Day is a very innovative idea, and I really do appreciate that. I do like the acting. The acting in this film is it's excellent. Especially from the two leading actresses, Olivia Hussey, and of course my woman, my girl, and I still miss her. I miss her to this day, Margot Kidder. Rest in peace. This film helped inspire Halloween, one of the most popular horror films of all time. In an interview, check this out. In an interview, John Carpenter, the director of the original first classic Halloween movie with Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis, stated that he came up with the idea of the film Halloween after the director of Black Christmas, this movie, Bob Clark, um, gave a statement as to what a sequel would be like. And that was Halloween. And there was that. There you go, And I was like, yo, good thing this movie happened. I mean, good thing this movie happened. I mean, I'm sure John Carpenter would have made Halloween or some version of a slasher or masked slasher film similar to Halloween. But I'm glad that this movie exists so that Halloween, Michael Myers would be born. The film also had the killer, calling up on the phone, which probably helped to inspire the film. The very first Scream movie with Ghostface, and Nev Campbell and Matthew Lillard, Courtney Cox, which came out, the first Scream movie came out like in the 90s, I believe, like maybe mid to late 90s. I want to say something like that. Like I do know it came out like in between the 90s, like somewhere around that time period. The fact and the thing I liked about this, another thing that I like about this movie is the fact that we never see the killer nor find out who he really is, and it gives it a much more suspenseful vibe to the movie, and I like that. The suspense, it builds and it gives off a very killer vibe, pun intended. Um, I thought the twist ending was very nice. It was very nicely handled, and it provided a genuine shock. Like like I said, I didn't see a trailer for this. I didn't know anything. I just saw one picture of this movie and the poster. I saw one picture. I don't know, like a snapshot from the film and the poster. That's it. I didn't know, and I didn't see anything about the trailers or anything, and the twist at near the end really did shock me, and it was very genuine. So yeah, and there's a lot of enjoyable dark comedy. Like it's messed up, but it's funny. I mean that's what dark comedy is. I guess for like issues, and that's pretty much all the positives that I could think of. My one huge big issue, it's not towards this movie itself. It's like the future of this movie. This movie spawned two really bad remakes from what I heard and from what I read. like Rotten Tomatoes and reading the reviews, people did not like the 2006 Oh no, excuse me. I keep wanting to say that Black Xmas, or just Black Christmas, the 2006 remake and the 2019 remake. With one of them being nothing but SJW pandering, and I can guess which one. Even though I haven't seen the two remakes, I can 100% guess which one of those two is just nothing but SJW pandering. Um, but yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say for Black Christmas. Wow, I went in, like I said, I went into this movie nearly blind, didn't know anything. I didn't read the plot premise for this movie. I didn't read the premise. I didn't see anything about this movie. I didn't see a trailer. All I know is Margot. Here's what I did know going into this movie: Kidder. Margot Kidder is in this movie. It's a, obviously it's a Christmas movie. There's some kind of slasher element involved in it. Maybe there's like a serial killer slasher. I think that's really it. I didn't know that this movie like was like sorority sisters, and I didn't know there was like much more to this movie, and it really did shock me, and I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to say for Black Christmas. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to my review, my thoughts. Please like and subscribe because that would help me out a lot. I appreciate that. I'm thankful for all of you guys, for everyone out there, for supporting me and backing me up. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace.